Welcome back to another Go Powerbikes assembly video. Today, we're going to be assembling your brand new Gocargo. First things first, get a knife or a sharp object and open up your box. It's recommended that you hold onto your box, stuff all the packing material back inside, and recycle it according to local rules and regulations. Next, grab some clippers and let's start snipping. And once all the packing material is removed, let's go ahead and see what is included with your Gocargo. A pair of keys, a multi-tool, pedals, one labeled for the left, one labeled for the right, the charger, the quick release front skewer, the front light, the Gocargo assembly manual, nuts and bolts for the footrests, and that front fender. And of course, the footrests here in the back. We're going to be installing those a little bit later. First things first, let's get our multi-tool and take off the head plate. Once that's fully removed, let's grab the handlebars and set them up into the headset. In some configurations of the bike, the Gocargo front stem will need to be rotated 180 degrees, and we will have a demonstration of that right here. When shipped, the headset will be facing backwards, so what we're going to have to do is loosen the headset. In order to do that, we will be loosening this top bolt here and these two bolts here on the side. Once the headset is loose, we will turn it around, lining it up straight up and down with the front forks. Once everything is in alignment, we'll secure the headset by using those two bolts here on the side and the one bolt here on the top. If you're confused as to whether you need to rotate the headset 180 degrees, look down at the front forks and you'll look for the brake caliper. That should be on the left-hand side with the corresponding rear brake caliper also on the left-hand side. If you match up those brake calipers, then you know you're in the right spot. Let's replace the front plate and start screwing in some of those bolts by hand. Once we've got those inserted, go ahead and pull out the multi-tool and finish tightening those up, making sure to utilize an X pattern. Now is an excellent time to use that double kickstand. Gonna make us putting on the front tire a lot easier. Let's grab the quick release skewer and removing the nut and one of the small springs. When we're putting the small spring back on there, we're gonna make sure that the smaller end is pointed towards the tire. Insert the quick release from the opposite side of the disc brake. Again, getting that small side of the spring towards the tire and just slightly tightening the nut. We don't want to make it too tight as we're going to need to put it on the front fork. With the use of that middle kickstand, we can go ahead and slide the wheel up into the dropouts. And once that's secure, let's go ahead and tighten that bolt up. Making sure we get the right tension. You'll know you found the right tension when you can close it with the force of one hand. Next, let's plug in the front computer. This connection is something you're going to press straight together. You can use the arrows on the outside to line it up, or you can check the inside to make sure that all of the pins are going in the correct holes. And if you get lost at any point, remember you can pull out that manual. We have a step-by-step guide for you to assemble this bike. Next, let's install the front light and the front fender. Let's go ahead and insert the bolt through the light, through the fender, and having it come back out the other side. Now you are going to need an 8mm wrench to do this part of the assembly. And similar to the computer, this connection is going to be something you're going to press straight together. No twisting here. Line up those arrows, line up the pins, and press it together. Then we're going to install the support arms for the fenders. Simply remove the pre-installed bolts, slide them back in, and tighten them up. Repeat the same process for the other side. Next, let's install the pedals. We're gonna need a 15mm wrench, and remember that both of those pedals are labeled, one for the left, one for the right. Something to keep in mind is both pedals will be tightened when they are turned towards the front wheel. Next, we're going to install the footrests. The first step is going to be removing the top wood plate. This is going to allow us to install all of those bolts onto the frame. Insert the 4 small bolts through on the front, tightening up the nut on the back side. Once those 4 bolts are installed, you can reinstall the wood panel. Now your Gocargo is looking very nice. But looks aren't everything, so let's go ahead and talk about how this bike works. In order to turn it on, you're going to press and hold the middle button over here on the left-hand side. You can use the up and down arrows to cycle through your levels of pedal assist. Those range from 1 to 5. To turn the light on, you're simply going to press and hold the up button. That will turn on the light and also the backlight to the display, making it easier to see at night. And to turn the bike off, simply press and hold that middle button. The battery on the Gocargo is lockable and removable. In order to remove it, simply going to unlock it, pulling it off the bike. Here you can see 3 points on the battery, and that corresponds with the 3 grooves on the battery track. Simply line those up and slide the battery down into place, using the key to lock it. Now, let's head outside. You can pedal the bike in pedal assist mode, or simply just use the throttle and cruise around. So let's take a look at where we started and where we're at. Yeah, that's better. From all of us at Go Power Bikes, I want to say thank you for purchasing your Gocargo. When riding your Gocargo, always remember to wear a helmet, be safe out there, and enjoy the ride.